The Bengals aren't scoring more than 17 points. Mark my words.
Right, that is on. That is. You are not cutting that out of the video.
I will cut that out. I will clip this out and put it at the start.
Go for it, please.
Hello and welcome back to the Fourth Down Focus. That's Kian, that's James, and I've got a cold, so we'll see how many times I have to blow my nose during this episode. We're back with the predictions videos. If you're new to the channel, we go through all the games, we predict them all, and at the end of the season, we see who predicted the most games right. Last year, James won, but I think he cheated because he's the one who has the spreadsheet. So
you can go back and check every week.
He added himself a few. No one's going to do that, and
exactly.
he knows because we're all lazy. So
precisely,
we'll get on with. Oh no, we won't get on with the games.
Oh no, you need to.
I've got the start of the question episode, and we're changing it up a little bit.
Hang on, Kian's got a question.
Kian's got a question first.
Can you just tell us who lost last year, please?
No. No, we cannot do that. You two actually had the same points. Funnily enough,
we drew.
He did.
We're tag team champions, Kim. We're tag team champions. Right. So the opening question is a bit of a quiz. I'm going to ask the question of. I'm going to name the college of where the QB, the running back one, and the wide receiver one was drafted from, and these two, after whoever guesses the team first, wins. I have stole this from another video that I watched, but don't worry about that. So I don't want in case you get this straight away, I don't want anyone answering until I've said all three positions. Okay. I'm going to start with the receiver. Receiver one is from Oklahoma. Running back is from UNC, University of North Carolina. And the QB is from Mississippi State. Name the team. This is a brilliant opening question. I love this.
Cowboys.
It is the Cowboys.
I was still writing down Mississippi.
Dak's Mississippi State, isn't he?
He is. That's what I thought.
That's my whole logic was. As long as I get the QB, I did say to you, if it was a niche QB school, I should be fine.
I'll change it next week. Also, one of you two can do it next week because I think I'll absolutely nail this straight away. But we'll move on to the predictions. I want everyone has been waiting about 7 months for at this point.
Yeah.
Who's been waiting?
Me. Because I've got no else to do.
Right, we'll start. First game.
Oh, what a shock.
Cowboys, and to the shock of absolutely nobody, we've all predicted the Eagles. I mean, has anyone got many thoughts on this game? Because I just see this as a very straightforward prediction.
My first thought is, could you sound a little bit more energetic?
I will when it's a boring game to talk about. Also, I'm not being energetic about Philadelphia and Dallas.
Well, this is not a boring game. This is the first game back in several months.
As far as first games back go, it's not the most exciting. Like last year, we had obviously Ravens Chiefs, which was great until obviously the Chiefs won. But this is just doesn't really do it for me. Obviously, I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it being back. But it's such an obvious win for the Eagles.
I think it might be closer than we think, but the Eagles will still definitely win.
I hope both teams lose, really, but I will be hate watching both of them. I'll just be hoping for endless pick sixes. Actually, the only thing I'll positively look for is Cooper DeJean to get a pick six or something. Okay. Apart from that, I don't really care. Dallas defense is tragic. I think it's really bad, especially now they've lost their only half-decent defensive player as well. And the offense doesn't exactly fill me with excitement either. So, yeah, I think it'll be a fairly straightforward win for the Eagles.
They've got more than just CD Lamb now. They've got George Pickens as well, I suppose. Yeah.
Got him in one of my fantasy leagues somewhere.
I've got CD Lamb. I've got CD Lamb in the fan tracks one, I believe. So I'm hoping for a big game, actually.
The big league.
The big league, the money league.
The one that actually matters, yeah.
The one that we're not going to talk about on this podcast.
Oh, no. If I'm winning it, I will still talk about it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we actually took the review, obviously. We'll get that next week.
Oh, yeah, we've not even told anyone who we've drafted or anything. We'd have done the draft for that league.
Yeah. I had 1.1, got Jamar Chase, and a whole lot of nobody else.
I've got Baker Mayfield, so I've already won.
I've got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Who's so as long as first down in that one?
What pick were you?
Carry on. Just carry on. I'll find it.
Yeah. I mean, I said there's not really much more to say about this game, is there? I mean, I just think it'll be straightforward. As much as I don't think the Eagles will be as good as they were last year, they will beat Dallas.
I think it'll probably be
Malik Neighbours.
Somewhere like 31-14, maybe. That's my score prediction.
Fair enough. We'll move on to the Chargers Chiefs, and we actually have a bit of differential on this one. I was tempted to agree with Kian, but I feel like the more you back against the Chiefs seemed to be the downfall of people losing predictions last week was when they started not backing the Chiefs. I'm not going to make the same mistake. But I suppose I'll start with you, Kian, as you have gone different to us here.
I just think, well, to be honest with you, it's just a pure hatred pick. I'm not going to put any analysis into it because I don't really have any. But my only thing is that it's in Brazil. So that far on neutral ground, it's a long way to travel. So, it sort of might level the playing field out a little bit, but I think the Chiefs will win. I just want the Chargers to win. So
I forgot this game was in Brazil. I won't lie.
So did I.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Is this the Friday night game? Yeah.
It's Friday night football, yeah.
If I'd have thought about that, I might have backed the Chargers, but it's fine. I'll stick with the Chiefs, unfortunately.
I'm sticking with the Chiefs. To be fair, I think this is a lot closer than Kearney sort of made out to be a bit there. I think these are pretty even teams, all things considered.
Oh, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all.
Especially with the Chiefs receiver room. I mean, Jalen Royals is out, so that's their rookie gone. So it's going to be Worthy, and if Hollywood Brown is fit, I don't actually know. I should know because he's in one of my fantasy teams, but I actually have no idea.
Worthy's going to need to have a pretty big season for them to be successful.
They need to use him what we do in Madden, just fucking make him run in a straight line, 60 yards.
Yeah, just get him on a go route and just
Worthy on a go route is my only fantasy trick.
What's the Rishi Rice situation? Is he suspended for?
I think he's suspended for 6 games, and then he can come back.
Okay, that's interesting.
Providing he doesn't crash his car again, of course.
Well, Crashy Rice, as they call him. It could happen. Who knows?
It's his favourite pastime. His car looks fine from the right.
I do think the Chargers actually look quite good. I think they'll be a 10-11 win team, but as I said last year, the more times we bet against the Chiefs, the more times we seem to get things wrong. So for the sake of actually trying to win this thing again this year, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
No, that's fine.
But I see the vision with the Chargers. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if they won this game, especially with it being in Brazil. Next up, and do you want Kian? I'm just going to let you start. I want to just
look. I feel like it's worth going into a new season with a bit of optimism. And Uncle Pete's shagging pirates are going to be a lot better this year than we were last year. So, sorry, we're doing this episode really late at night. My brain stopped working.
Uncle Pete's shagging pirates.
That is.
You're sticking with that, yeah?
There's your TikTok, Max.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that for the rest of the season. I just think we look a better team, and it's amazing what competent coaching can do for a football team.
Pete Carroll is this close to the care home, by the way. What do you mean competent coaching?
I've watched him sprinting the other day. He runs fast.
Oh yeah, because that's what coaches are supposed to do: sprint.
You're acting like Trump was with Biden, giving it the old, blaming his mental health. He's fine, man. He's fine. Let him grow.
I don't think Pete Carroll and Joe Biden are that far apart.
They are.
Capacity.
This is not what I thought we'd be talking about. But I just think we're going to be a better team this year, and there's no better way to start it than to go somewhere that historically we're not very good against a team we don't really like and beat them. So there's my 50 cent.
I mean, yeah, I went Patriots, but I did say to Max before this, if any team has a chance of being half decent this year out of our 3 teams, it's 100% the Raiders. Yeah. You're the only one who has a remote chance of being half decent because the actual core of the team isn't that bad. You've got a better quarterback. You've got a very good running back on paper. Obviously, he may not be as good as we expect, but he should at least be 1,000-yard a season running back at the absolute minimum. But
I drafted him.
I've gone Patriots because I can't back against Mike Vrabel in games like this, unfortunately, because these are the games where he's going to shut up shop. He's going to just focus on Genty, make sure he don't do anything. And then the receiving core isn't exactly fantastic. Have you still got Jacoby Myers? Because that's why
he was listed today as wide receiver 1 for the weekend.
Okay.
So I assume they're closer to fixing his contract issue.
Because he requested a trade, didn't he? I haven't made that.
Yeah, but I think he's just trying to get paid.
Yeah, a bit of Terry McLaurin situation.
He's currently on 11 million a year, which is less than Alan Lazard.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
crazy work.
Fair enough, I would as well, yeah.
In the last 2 years, he's got the lowest. He's got a 0% drop rate of any pass thrown him. So I think he deserves more money than Alan fucking Lazard.
Who else have you got outside of Myers? Just like Trey Tucker and Vibes?
I mean, Bowers.
We drafted a couple, but I cannot remember the names.
Thornton. Stop.
And obviously, Cooper's come back in as well.
Oh, yeah, Mari Cooper as well. Okay.
Dante Thornton Stocks.
He does look good.
Tennessee's finest, mate. I have to find a Tennessee player who's got drafted highly, and I'm not going for JPJ because... But no. Dante Thornton should be good. I think he was listed as a starter for you, so I'm assuming he'll be the 3 behind Cooper and Myers.
I imagine we'll probably stick with Tucker at the 3 for now.
Dante at the 4.
But obviously it'll move around.
He was listed, all I know is that he was listed as a starter. I don't know where on the depth chart they put him, but he's a starter. But so that Raiders team, the more we speak about it, isn't actually that bad, is it?
No, I think our main problem is our secondary.
Yeah.
If you look at the offense, there's not that many holes really that need fixing. We could have a much better wide receiver room, but it's not tragic. Whereas our secondary, honest to God, you could probably put me out there and it wouldn't look much different. So that's what will let us down.
We've sort of got the opposite problem, which I'll get onto in a bit. But you know, I mean, I'm surprised you haven't gone about.
Oh.
And there it is, another James internet crash.
I said, I'm surprised you haven't spoken about Travion Henderson.
Well,
I do love Travion.
I read earlier that they've got him listed as the running back 3.
Yeah, he is.
3? What?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Who's ahead of him? Ramondre Stevenson?
And someone? I don't even know who could possibly...
I don't even know who else they've got.
I don't know who they've got.
That's
Antonio
insane.
Gibson.
What?
Surely
Better
not.
than Travion?
Surely not.
Right, you're pissing me off.
Is he still there? Surely he's not still there.
If I'd have known this...
No, he is still there,
I
so
might
it
have
will be Antonio Gibson and Travion.
I might have picked Vegas if I knew this disgusting news. This is a disgrace. I believe in Drake May, though. That's the main reason I picked the Patriots. And also, if my Patriots prediction from the preseason predictions video is going to come true, they should be winning games like this. So I had to kind
They have to win games like this.
They should be.
Well, funnily enough, the Raiders have actually won their last 3 games against the Patriots.
I don't like
that. One of them games was where Jacoby Myers tried to throw the ball back to whoever was at quarterback. I think it was Mac Jones. And one of I can't remember who it was, caught it, stiff arm Mac Jones and ran it back in like the last minute of the game. And that's what won us it. It's fucking hilarious.
Brilliant standard as always. We'll move on to, I suppose I threw Keane in the shit, so I'm going to have to throw myself into the shit here for this. Again, Keane said someone has to be optimistic about this team, otherwise we are just going to lose every game. I don't think we're that bad. I generally don't. I don't see many issues with this team. I just think our schedule's really difficult. But I don't think the Commanders are going to be anywhere near as good as people think they are, which is why I'm backing us. I mean, we got Malik Neighbours. We've got Russell Wilson, who's competent to the minimum of just throwing normal passes at least. So I think if he just focuses on throwing the ball to Neighbours literally every single play, then we might have a chance. And we also have, in my opinion, a top 6 or 7 defense in the league now. So we just need to actually make use of it, especially on the rushing end of it. I think it's got to be at least top 5 rushing defenses in the league with Brian Burns, Kevin Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and Dexter Lawrence in the same team. So I think that's going to cause Abdul Carter's going to be all over Jaden Daniels like a rash. So that should be fine. But yeah, I'm going Giants. Be optimistic. If we're going to win any games, it's going to be games like this because even last year the Commanders struggled to beat us in both games. So I think with a better team this year, we'll be all right.
I think the Commanders are a strange one this year, and they're definitely not going to be as good as they were last year. Did they get to the conference final last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not happening again because
It was NFC Championship.
Yeah, NFC Championship.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Frankie Luton game, wasn't it?
Oh, the Frankie! I forgot about that one. He was just diving over the line.
The 6 times before they actually just said that we're going to give them the touchdown if you don't stop doing it.
No, some of the Commanders team might die before the playoffs because they've got the oldest team in the league. So I don't think they'll be that good. Bobby Wagner might die. Bob Miller's probably on his way out. So you come here for professional journalism like that, guys. That's what you want to see.
I mean, that'd be funny. I called the Raiders Uncle Sheep Pirate.
I was about to say Spot, who's not the journalism student, but then Kian said that, so I can't even say that.
But I still believe in Jane Daniels. I think the Deebo Samuel signing was a good signing. James doesn't agree with me, but he can go fuck himself.
He's fat.
He's made me wait to record this until 10 o'clock this week. Last week I thought 8 o'clock was bad. This is a joke.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30, mate.
Oh, fuck it. Some of us have got to sleep eventually, You
wouldn't expect to anyway.
Shut up, Welsh boy. Point is, fought the Giants. The Commanders are winning, and I mainly picked them just to spite James.
I mean, it's not exactly an unreasonable pick.
And to win. I am going to win predictions this year. I'm taking it seriously. I know I said that last year, but I was just clowning.
When we get to about 4 games time, I'll remind you of when you've said that statement. Kian?
To be honest with you, I only picked these because I didn't want to please you. So that sounds strange.
We just both hate.
That sounds horrendous.
That sounds very strange.
Just that's what you said.
That's not what I meant. But, I'm going to go for. Yeah,
there's your TikTok. I'm just going to move on here. Next, we've got a unanimous decision for the second time today. The Bucks to beat the Falcons. For me, it was pretty easy. I just don't think the Falcons are going to be although Bijan Robinson is a joke and he'll be really good. But apart from that, Michael Penix is left-handed, so therefore he doesn't deserve anything good. That's my input on this game.
We said it last season. Don't back against Baker. That's pretty much it. And the Bucks are probably good. I think the Bucks might get 12 wins this season.
I like the Bucks.
That's my take.
And I just don't think that Michael Penix has got the brain to be an NFL quarterback because he gets annoyed when people call him Michael Penis. And it's like, come on, like that is literally the closest thing to your name and you're getting pissed off by it. Like he's not got the brains to be at the top level, I'm afraid. So I'm going to go for Tampa.
Journalism student, by the way.
Hasn't got the brains because someone called him Michael Penis.
Yeah, he lost his head.
Also, I think Emeka Egbuka is going to be really, really good, and he should be quite high on the depth chart this week because
Chris Godwin's still deceased, I think,
and McMillan's injured as well. I'm pretty sure. So I think it has to be him and Mike Evans could be nice.
Hot take. Egbuka, offensive rookie of the year.
You said it's about 4 players. We get it. You're like,
one of them
was Travion last week.
I'm just picking Ohio State players.
I was going to say, it's just Buckeyes. That's like me saying Dante Thornton's going to be fucking rookie.
It won't be Quinson Judkins because we've still not signed him to a contract and we play in like 4 days.
We'll get onto that, believe me. But yeah, no, this
I think we should probably stay away from that, actually.
Well, yeah, maybe not Quinson Judkins, but as far as the Cleveland Browns go, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans and Egbuka being thrown the ball by Baker just sounds very good, doesn't it? So I think that alone should be more than enough to get them the win over Atlanta. I can't really see them having much trouble.
Whoa. We've all forgotten about Kyle Pitts and his breakout year.
I genuinely hope he's going to get the worst year on record now, 100%.
I love the fact that he went in round 18 of our draft last night.
He barely drafted.
He went in the same round as Colin Kaepernick for anyone who wasn't in that.
Yeah, there is that one. Colin Kaepernick was drafted in our paid fantasy draft last
Welcome back, Cap.
in a £15 entry fantasy draft.
I just can't believe no one took. I can't believe no one took Tony Romo.
Mate, when it came up,
why is
I
he
was
on
this
there?
close.
Why is he on there?
I don't know.
I got like Darnell Mooney in that round, so there was surely someone they could actually have taken rather than taking Colin Kaepernick.
I think
you mean
Darnell. I think you mean Darnell Money with 2 R's.
Move on.
Yeah, move
Bringing
on.
that back this year.
Jags, Panthers, and again we've all gone Panthers. I was a bit don't know with this one. I was tempted to pick the Jags, but I mean I'll let one of you start on this one because again this is going to be one of the games I showed about 3 times on Red Zone, if that.
I was saying to James before this started, I feel like people are kind of forgetting that the Panthers aren't very good because they're not the worst team in their division anymore. Because the Saints are terrible and they've got a 40-year-old rookie QB. But like I said on the pre-season predictions episode, it's a big year for Bryce Young. And I think a win week 1 will probably get the fans on his side. I think they probably are on his side, but they'll definitely secure them on his side, I suppose. Is Tep playing? Do we know?
I have no idea. I should really know this because he's my starter in both of the drafts, but I don't know.
He's my.
Carry on, I'll tell you in a second.
Right. Well, even if he's not, it's fine. They've got Xavier Legette and Jalen Coker, I think. So they've got someone for Bryce to throw the ball to. I think they've got Rico Dowdle as well, which is an underrated signing because he got over 1,000 yards last season.
Tet is not on the injury report, so
even better. So yeah. As for the Jags, I could have gone either way on this one. I can't lie. They're both very similar level teams that I don't really care about, to be honest. So I had to pick one.
Kian?
Oh shit, that's me. Yeah. To be honest with you, I looked at the Jags and I just thought, your number 1 pick is still trying to balance between playing 2 positions, and until he figures out, that he either can't do that or he needs to, only play in certain packages, it's going to hinder them more than it's going to help them. And I just think the Panthers are probably going to win this game, and I'm going to pay 0 attention to it.
I think I'd rather watch one of the Red Zone adverts that they've got now instead of this game, to be honest. But bit of Bundlerooski action.
Bundlerooski.
And again,
Jake from State Farm.
We'll move on.
Jake from State Farm.
Colts.
Actually, no. We don't watch Jake from State Farm because we watch it on very legal means.
Yes,
of course.
We watch it on Sky Sports and we pay for Sky Sports, all of us.
I actually listen to it on the radio.
I watch it on highlights only. I don't actually watch the games live.
Colts Dolphins, and I feel like this would be a popular choice every year. With every game this season being the Colts will lose. I just saying it now. I am not backing the Colts until they drop Daniel Jones. I refuse. I don't care how winnable. It could be the Saints. I'm still not backing them. I absolutely refuse to back that man to win a game. So that is my only logic. Daniel Jones is useless, and they will never win a game with quarterback. And that is basically all I have to say.
None of you, Kian didn't even know this because he wasn't in the call, but I said to James before this started, what kind of stat line does Daniel Jones need to get for the Colts this season for him to end his own life on an episode of this podcast? And he said if he gets more touchdowns than interceptions, I'm just making a note of that.
Can we do it on a live stream?
Yeah.
Might even get some super chats in. Let's all rake it in, like
2 galaxies for me to fucking.
No, make it 3. Don't be a cheapskate. Fuck me.
Yeah, all right, fine.
But no, you basically took the words out of my mouth in terms of Daniel Jones. That's the only reason I picked the Dolphins.
I don't think the Dolphins will be good at all, by the way. I think they'll be I think they'll be rubbish, but they will not be as bad as the Colts, so they automatically win for me.
These 2 teams are kind of like reverse. I think as soon as the Colts drop Daniel Jones, or Vanilla Vic, as some people call him.
No one calls him that.
I call him that. Danny Dimes is also up there. Until they drop him and start playing Anthony Richardson, who's also not amazing, but I think he'll win some games by sheer luck. He always seems to. Whereas Miami are probably going to be fine until Tua develops CTE and ends up being the next Antonio Brown. So
at least you picked the nicer ending of CTE there.
Is that the nicer end?
I didn't want to bring up Chris Benoit 2 episodes in a row, but I guess I have to now. Yeah, I think the Dolphins, they'll probably be fine for the start of the season. And if Tua stays healthy, they could even push for the playoffs in that division. They won't because the Patriots are getting the playoffs. But in a realistic world, where I'm not delusional, they could get the playoffs if Tua stays healthy, I suppose.
No.
They could. They've got Storm Duck.
They also got Darren Waller, who literally retired last year.
He's a rapper as well.
So should Sanders.
Exactly, and he's not getting anywhere near the field.
Nah, he will. I promise you that Shadell will be starting by week 8.
So how many times are we going to mention Storm Duck?
Every episode, if possible.
Every episode, he's got to be mentioned. Great name. Is he even still on the roster, genuinely?
No, I think he is, yeah. They don't really have any cornerbacks.
No, true.
I mean, that can't be his legal name.
It's America. It absolutely can.
There's a man in the league called Tank Dell. His name's Tank.
I don't think, that, for some reason, that doesn't sound that outrageous, even though it probably should.
Okay, there's a man called Kool-Aid.
You can't call him
Because that's the problem here.
Oh shit, yeah, Frank rhymes with wank as well.
With that being said,
we're never recording this late again.
No.
Shit is at the fan at a new level.
Right, I'm just going to remind everyone about what Max said about 4 games ago. While this pops up on your screen,
right, boys.
To win predictions this year.
Right, let's talk ball. Okay, Joe Flacco, the Browns, the Cleveland Browns, my Cleveland Browns. Everyone is doubting us. Everyone thinks we're going to be shit. I think we're going to be shit, but everyone knows that the Bengals don't start the season off that well. They lost to Jacoby Brissett and the Patriots in week 1 last year. And this year they're losing to another unk, Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns, and they can suck it.
Right, now, so for a voice of common sense, they have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. That is more or less all that I have to say about this to prove that the Browns aren't going to win this game.
Bro said he's the voice of common sense, and that's all he's got to say. Oh, they got Joe Burrow, they got Jamar Chase. They're shit. They're overrated frauds. I don't care if he got the Triple Crown. He's got nothing on Jerry Jeudy or Cedric Tillman or whoever's our wide receiver 3 this season. I think it's Jamari Thrash. I don't know.
Who?
Yeah, I think
he's just made that name up.
No, we drafted him last year, I think.
But, I've never heard that name in my life.
Jamari Thrash, he's a baller, man. He might be wide receiver 3. We had Deontay Johnson on the roster, but I think we cut him, so I don't know.
With how bad your receiver room, how on earth has he been the one who's... How bad is he now to be cut from the Browns?
He can't be great. He got passed around like a whole Beck slut last season.
I was actually about to use that phrase to describe him.
He was on every roster at one point, I think. He was at like the Panthers, the Ravens. He was a few other places.
I think that was it, but yeah.
I've just remembered that we had Kadarius Toney at one point last season. That's made me quite sad.
Tried being the one who drafted him instead of Micah Parsons.
Also, Myles Garrett is going to break Joe Burrow in 2, and he's going to injure Joe Burrow. And that adds to my prediction from the last episode as to how the Bengals are not going to make the playoffs because Joe Burrow is going to be injured for 6 games.
That's Myles Garrett getting injured in the first quarter, then.
Probably, but you know.
Yeah, no, I just don't see a world. Sorry, Max. This
isn't
even if they start slow, they could be at like 20% and still win this game.
This isn't even like what Kean said for the Raiders. I have no optimism. We're still going to win like 3 games, but this is going to be one of them. We're going to beat the Bengals once, the Ravens once, and the Steelers once. They'll be the only.
You want spice?
Yeah.
You know what? That would probably present some great betting odds to put that on there. For you to win.
If there is a market for that, I'm taking it now. I'm lumping all £5 in my bank account.
We'll move on from Max's depression pit of the Cleveland Browns to...
I'm not depressed. We're winning in week 1, man.
We've gone from his favourite team to his probably least favourite team.
Boo!
The Jets versus the Steelers. I can't believe we're the only ones about the Steelers here, in all honesty.
Why would I back them frauds?
Yeah, but agenda aside, do you actually believe the Jets are going to win this game?
I genuinely think they will.
Yes.
Without their only good offensive lineman, with Justin Fields, who needs a good line to produce.
Justin Fields is going to turn up and be like, "You didn't want me. You've got this instead." I'll just realise that it's like a reverse because Justin Fields was on the Steelers. Oh shit! I didn't even realise that.
I should give Rodgers an American flag to run out with again.
It kind of goes against my whole prediction because I was like, "Oh, it's a Justin Fields revenge game," but it's kind of an Aaron Rodgers one too. Fuck.
He's got no.
It's probably more for Rodgers than it is for Fields.
Took a load of money off him and fucked off.
Aaron Rodgers ACL first drive again. That's why the Steelers lose. Who's their backup? Mason Rudolph again, I think.
Yeah. In all fairness, probably
we all know that Mason Rudolph is a horrible racist man, allegedly. So we all.
I know that can't be a Browns fan talking about horrible people on the roster, surely. To
Sean fucking Watson.
Quinshon Judkins. Boyd. I could name a few more. Is he not your wide receiver like 3 or 4, surely?
Oh, Isaiah Bond. Yeah, I forgot about him. He might be out wide receiver 3.
He's got to be up there, surely to God.
I've not looked at our depth chart. It's too sad. I don't want to.
Yeah, I've gone Steelers because, as I said, Vera Tucker's out. I don't really see a world where without him, he was sort of their only saving grace on the offensive line, and he's gone. So I think Justin Fields needs a good line to produce, and the Steelers are the most inevitable 9-10 win playoff team ever. So for that reason, I'm backing the Steelers.
No, you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think the Jets win.
Yeah, I've just got a weird feeling about it. I haven't got anything to back it up. Just a strange inkling that they might.
I love Justin Fields, and I love Garrett Wilson. That's all you need.
Bro just likes mid.
I just like Ohio State players. That's it.
Fair enough. Next up, I mean, this is going to be the same every week, isn't it? As far as with the Saints.
No, I will back them 1 week.
Why? You said you want to win. You're going to back the Saints at any point.
I don't think they'll go winless. Even if I back them in like week 18, when whoever they're playing's resting their starters or something.
The only chance they have of not going winless is just not letting the quarterback throw the ball and just give it to Kamara literally every play and just hope he does something.
They very well might do that, and that might get them a win.
You might see the vision with Kamara in fantasy after all, because they're just going to give him the ball 24/7 because there's no way they're going to let Rattler have the freedom of throwing it.
Alvin Kamara could play quarterback at some point, and I think he'd be
Taysom
better
Hill's
than the options.
I was about to say Taysom Hill's still there.
He is on the roster still.
You might as well just let him throw it.
That's a good shout, actually. Why don't they just play Taysom Hill QB?
It can't be worse than Spencer Rattler, surely.
Don't disrespect the rattlesnake, man.
Honestly,
they could play the 40-year-old rookie as well.
The people of New Orleans probably looked forward to Hurricane Katrina more than they're looking forward to this season, because that fucking quarterback room is a disgrace. Honest to God, it's a disgrace.
You know what? As soon as he said the people of New Orleans, I knew that was going down that route.
I was scared to which direction he was going to take with that. There was some bad ways you could have gone there. That's probably the least bad way you could have gone. Yeah,
we're not getting invited to the press conferences this year, are we?
I'm not going to watch it half an hour in. We're fine.
Well, no one from the Saints organisation is watching this anyway. Let's be so honest with you.
We were sure.
No, they're too busy watching a fucking shit quarterback room.
We were surely less than 10 minutes in when Kean said Uncle Pete's shagging pirates.
Plus, you can't convince me that anyone from the NFL has ever watched this. Otherwise, they would have invited us last time.
Kevin Nagel sent it to Roger Goodell. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, he did do that.
There we go then. So Roger Goodell might have watched it for 5 minutes.
What if
I hope he watched one where I called him a prick.
What if Robert Jones watched his own interview that we did with him?
I reckon DeAndre Swift was more likely to.
Do you reckon Aaron Jones was my best mate? I mean, Sam Darnold. Someone from the Vikings would have watched Sam Darnold, and I asked him a question because it was on their official broadcast.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
You know the bit where everyone was shouting over each other? I just shouted over 3 reporters and got a question.
All right, Mr. Shout.
No, I went silent for about half a second, and I just thought, yeah, fuck it.
What did you ask him? What his favourite world flag is?
Someone waited genuinely. And
we need to stop doing inside jokes on the podcast because everyone's just confused.
No, someone waited the whole time at that Vikings press conference and asked Justin Jefferson what his Nando's order was.
I think someone
Honestly.
did that to Caleb Williams at the one that we were at.
They'll hand press passes out to anyone these days.
Including us.
Quite obvious with us being there, yeah. Jesus. No, I'm just going to move on because the Saints have sent us all mental.
First thing Max
We
did when
didn't
he
even say anything about the Cardinals. It was just like default.
It doesn't matter. It generally doesn't matter what the other team is doing, that they've won. Seahawks, 49ers, and again, I'll let Keaton start because he's been different.
Fuck the 49ers and everything to do with the organisation.
I think Keaton's been different since birth, probably.
But that's me. That's all I've got to say. They're penny pinching set of bastards, and honest to God, I hope they go 0-17.
I've just realised that this is to do with Leeds.
Yeah, I was going to say, just to clarify for anyone who's a bit confused, 49ers group own Leeds as well, and they haven't had the best couple of weeks. So
we're still above Manchester City in the league. I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, Niners for me, it was quite a difficult one because the Seahawks actually have quite a good roster, but the Niners schedule looks good, and if CMC is actually alive and healthy and actually has knees, then I think they'll be all right. Because I mean, you got Brock Purdy. I don't know. Ayuk's on IR for about 6 games, which isn't ideal.
Who have they got? Ricky Pierce,
Juwan Jennings, George Kittle.
I mean, it could be worse. I think Kittle might fall off a little bit this year.
I think it's going to go the opposite way.
I think it'll be good this year.
Just because they don't have much else.
Yeah, he's going to get focused a lot more because they don't have Ayuk to lean on.
That doesn't mean he's going to be good because he gets targets.
He is good. He's the second best. He's probably the best tight end in the league.
We could target Jamari Thrash. We could target Jamari Thrash 300 times in a game. It doesn't make him good.
Yeah, but these players are actually hard good. Juwan Jennings was really good last year.
He was, to be fair.
So if he mimics that again, Ricky Pierce will probably be a lot better.
He might have the most aura in the NFL.
He's had a better pre-season this year.
Well, he didn't get shot, so that's...
Yeah, I was going to say, it couldn't really have been much worse.
He does have aura from coming back from that, to be fair to him.
Yeah,
it's Ricky Pierce.
I think that the roster is good, and the Seahawks I don't know. I'm just not entirely convinced. Kenneth Walker will have a good year, though. I hope he does because he's in my fantasy team. For half my logic with everything this season is going to be who's in my fantasy team.
Yeah, as will mine.
I've just realised that I've picked the 49ers to win, and all I've done is slag them off. So,
yeah, I was going to say, do you want to give some actual reason as to why?
My reasoning is I don't think Sam Darnold is going to have the same output as he did last season, or not even close. I think he might just return to being Sam Darnold.
You've just reminded me that Sam Darnold is the Seahawks quarterback, I'll be honest.
He is, and they paid him a lot of money, and he is still just Sam Darnold, who was shit for... What season is he in now? 7, 8? Was he the same draft as Kyler?
Yeah.
Or was he the one before?
No, I think he wasn't the same as Kyler, was he?
Was he the same as Kyler? Was he the same as Baker Mayfield? No, he can't be. He can't be as old as Baker.
Carry on. I'll try and work it out.
I know. We need that elevator. We need that elevator.
2018 was Baker.
It was Baker.
Yeah, it was Josh Allen, Josh Lamar Jackson draft. But Darnold went before both of them. Because it was when the Bills were absolutely raging at Josh Allen over Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen, that's the name.
It was that infamous clip going around of the Bills fans fucking fuming because they'd taken Josh Allen over Josh Rosen.
Oh yeah, Josh Rosen is the name I forgot about. That one's going to come up in naming random NFL players at some point on Sunday.
Yeah, because top three was Baker, Saquon, Darnold.
Don't remind me of my sweet boy Baker. I miss him so much every day.
He also had the 4th pick and took Denzel Ward.
Which
still wasn't a bad pick either.
He's still one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
These are the top 8 picks in this draft, by the way, just a bit off topic. So you had Baker, Saquon, Sam Darnold, Denzel Ward, Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson, Josh Allen, and Roquan Smith. Bar Darnold, they're actually all quite good.
This is all getting cut.
Bradley Chubb's not that good. No, I'm not cutting this bit. I'll cut bits of it out. You know, the bits where we just randomly sat there going, Googling what's happening.
But we'll get back on track. But Darnold. Yeah, I just don't think he hasn't got Kevin O'Connell, as I like to call him, the quarterback whisperer. So
You're just going to annoy Keane now.
So I don't see him doing very well without him. So I think the 49ers will have this one quite easy. We'll move on then. Broncos Titans. Pretty straightforward. I'm assuming.
I can't believe Keane picked the Broncos, to be honest.
I thought Keane was going to go Titans.
That's how shit the Titans are.
They're not great, but Cam Ward.
I was very surprised I saw Keane say Broncos and all of them. I did say to Max when I was doing the graphics, I thought you were going to say Titans.
It hurt me to pick, but I couldn't back against them in this game. Their defense is too good.
If you actually want a chance of winning predictions, then I would.
Exactly. Especially if we might end up doing a forfeit.
Oh God, what even was supposed to be the forfeit last year?
I think the forfeit should be the loser has to wear a Deshaun Watson jersey on an episode. And it can't be a Texans one. It has to be a Browns one.
That's not even much of a forfeit, really. You barely see it.
No, you have to make sure it's on display. And you have to wear it backwards. You have to wear it backwards so you can see it's definitely a Watson jersey.
Can we not get that Deshaun Watson shirt the fella's holding outside the stadium?
I'm not buying that. I don't know about you, but
I feel like we thought so much about the forfeit, and then it just never happened.
Yeah, I forgot we would actually do.
There's reasons for that.
Well, yeah, but
I was going down the route of the stand-up comedy thing, but now I think I might lose this year, so I'm not going to go for that one again.
We'll think of a forfeit by the end of the season.
Yeah. If anyone's still watching, put some forfeits in the comments.
Yeah. But the Broncos, I won't back against the Broncos many times this year, to be honest. They're very, very good. They've got a lot.
I'll back against them a few times. I think they'll get 10 wins.
Yeah, they'll be a playoff team 100%. I don't see a world where they're not. But they've made an already probably top 2-3 defense better, so it could arguably be the best unit in the whole league by now. The offense isn't exactly bad.
I do worry if Cortland Sutton gets injured, not just because he's in my fantasy, but because they haven't really got anyone outside of him. Yeah,
receiver options are where they're lightest. I'd say that's really the only glaring problem, because now they've got Dobbins and RJ Harvey. I think they've sorted the running back problem out.
They've got Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims, and I don't think I can name another receiver on that.
Did they not draft a receiver? I feel like everyone thought they would, and that's when they took.
I thought they were going to take Golden or Burden. I think I had them taking Golden in one of our mock drafts, actually.
Yeah, I think I did as well. But then I also I think I've had the Packers nailed on to take a receiver. But I don't think anyone saw we could go into the Bucks either, so there was always that. But yeah, no, Broncos was pretty straightforward, I think, for all of us. Titans, they're the Titans. So
how do we think the Titans are going to do this season with Cam Ward?
Badly. Not through the fault of Cam Ward, just because the team isn't very good. I think Ward will have a good year, but
it can't be Will Levis levels. We had a segment last year just taking the piss out of Will Levis. It can't be that bad.
It can.
I was gutted when they benched him.
Yeah, and me. It was so funny to watch.
Give me one less thing to talk about on here.
We'll move on. This is probably one of the more interesting ones, I think.
Go, Pack, go. That's all I've got to say. It's not really. As I said on the pre-season predictions episode, the Packers are winning the NFC North. I believe in Jordan Love. I believe in the defense with Micah Parsons now. I believe in Matthew Golden. I think that was a very good pick. And that's that. Yeah, I think the Lions are taking a step back. I think they might struggle, at least early on, with new coordinators and new members of staff and stuff like that. But the Lions will still be good and will definitely make the playoffs. That's probably for certain. But I think the Packers, I just like them. It's just like a gut feeling. I can't lie.
Kian?
Yeah, to be honest, I was going to mention the coordinators and the fact they lost Ben Johnson might slow them down at the start of the season. The Lions, they've got a lot of talent left on that roster, but I think the Packers they've just got something about them this year, and I think the trade for Parsons was a big one. And we'll just have to see. But like Max said, I think the Lions will be a playoff team, but I think they'll struggle at the start of the season.
I feel like the Parsons trade was like a statement. It was like we're going to compete.
That's only a trade you do if you're trying to win now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with the criticism of the Lions. Obviously, it's hard to look past losing your coordinators and having a rough end to the season, albeit it was a very good regular season. It sort of tailed off in the playoffs. But I just don't think the Packers are as good as everyone's making them out to be. I generally don't. I think offensively they haven't improved much. I don't think Jordan Love's as good as people think he is. Matthew Golden's a good pick, but they've still got fairly average receivers around him. I think Jaden Reed isn't even practicing as well. So, you're going to have Matthew Golden and a whole lot of nobody else, really. Tucker Kraft is good, but I think he'll have a better year than last year, purely because there's not really many other people to throw the ball to. But I've gone with the Lions because I just find it hard to back against a team like that when the talent on the roster is ridiculous, and Hutch is back as well, which was their sort of. They had so many defensive injuries on the back end of last year. I feel like with all them players back now, for the most part, the ones they kept, I think they'll be much, much better. And I think they'll still win this division, as much as I do think the Packers will be really good as well. I just don't think offensively they're as good as people, or as good as they need to be a team that competes for the division title.
Well, defense famously wins championships, and I think the defense is pretty damn good.
So it doesn't, because the Giants would have a chance of winning something if that was the case.
Well, you've got to have a competent offense as well.
Yeah.
Then again, we won a Super Bowl we won 2 Super Bowls with a really, really average offense. So we just had an unbelievable.
You just reminded me of the Manning cast, and I really hope that's making a return this year.
Yeah, it is. They tweeted about it today.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I love the Manning cast so much. It's just Peyton there, like, yeah, and then Eli's just.
That's a great catch.
He's brilliant. That we watched that legally, though.
Yeah, of course.
While we gamble responsibly on those games as well.
Some gamble responsibly on those games.
I always gamble responsibly. Always.
With money you don't have. Next up, Rams, Texans. We've all gone Rams here, and I have to go Rams because I have these as a potential Super Bowl sleeper if everything goes to plan. So I can't really back against a team like that. But I mean, for you lot, was it a pretty easy decision, or did it take some time?
This was maybe the second hardest one to predict, and I famously love CJ Stroud.
I wonder why.
I'm starting to notice a theme in this episode. But, I don't know. I think the Rams look good. Matthew Stafford is alive, contrary to popular belief. There was some rumors going around that he was just like doing a weekend at Bernie's situation. They were just propping him up and sending him out there. But he is alive, just about. They've got Devontae Adams. If he's in form, him and Puka is a dangerous, scary combo. The defense is pretty good, although I have drafted them in my fantasy and I've realised they haven't really got any good secondary, but I'm ignoring that because they've got Jared Verse, who's a beast, and I'm just going to pray that he does the job. So I think Jared Verse against this slightly improved offensive line from last season. It can't get much worse than it was last season. It was bad. They have lost Laramie Tunsil, which is probably quite a big loss, but Jared Verse against the offensive line, I don't see it being an easy game for Stroud to pick up his form again after last season. Although I do think the Texans will improve on last season, and they will get the playoffs because, as we said in the last episode, it's just by default.
Yeah,
I think it's actually quite easy to forget that up until it started snowing in Philadelphia in that playoff game, the Rams were very, very much competitive, and they could have won that game. And then the snow came down. And obviously, when that comes down, you're running against, it's a run v run offense. There's only one team going to win that when you're playing the Eagles. And I think they've improved. I think their team's improved since that game. So I just think they're going to have too much for Houston.
Yeah, I mean, I just really like the Rams. I think the team was really good last year. As you said, they probably should have won that game in the playoffs. So I think their ceiling is genuinely a Super Bowl if Stafford's fit and Devontae produces the level that he should do. Because them two with receiver from a very competent quarterback in Matt Stafford with massive pedigree in this league, I think they'll be really, really good this year. So I don't think the Texans are bad by any stretch, but for me, this is pretty straightforward purely because of how good I think the Rams will be if everything clicks into place. But they might take a while to warm up. Depends on Stafford as well. He hasn't really been full on in preseason this year with his back, so it'll be intriguing to see how he performs this week. Bills Ravens. This is probably the highlight game of the week, I'd imagine, bar maybe the Packers Lions as well. I mean, this pretty much boils down to what team you think is going to win the AFC this year, I think, and who you predicted. Because me and Kian both think the Bills, and Max thinks the Ravens. So pretty much has gone that way. But I suppose I'll start with you, Max, because you've gone Ravens here.
I just think the Ravens have a tiny, and it's very, very narrow margin. This was the hardest game to predict, and it boiled down to me picking the Ravens because I have them to win the Super Bowl this year. I just think games like this, big games, the big teams win the big games. And this is pretty much the biggest game in the AFC right now. This is what everyone wants to see, and we're getting it week 1, which is huge. I am buzzing for this game. It's worth staying awake for on a Sunday night. I think they just have a little bit more quality. Derrick Henry, I think this is going to be probably his last massive year because he's getting on a bit now. I think, like I said last time, Lamar's going to be fuming that he didn't win this MVP, and he's going to want revenge. Who better to do it against than the person who won the MVP instead of him? And the defense is still solid. You've got Kyle Hamilton. Did they draft JPJ? Is that where he went?
No, it was Atlanta.
Who the fuck did they draft?
Ravens?
Yeah.
Get back to me. Hang on. Carry on.
Once again, we don't know. I have an excuse. I didn't watch the draft. I was out. I forgot half.
I did. I was just so tired. It was just basically delirious me the whole time. It was Malachi Starks. So even better.
Starks. That's arguably better for that.
Yeah,
they've already got pretty decent edge rushers. Oh, Van Noy's getting on a bit, but I think he's probably still got a good few years left in him, 2 or 3. I've got the Ravens. I just think Lamar's going to be on beast mode this season, unfortunately.
Kian?
I spent a while actually flipping between the two here, but it's sort of for the same reason that Max picked the Ravens. I picked the Bills. I've got the Bills to win the entire thing, and well, like you said, if you're winning the entire thing, you need to win these sort of games. I think I have.
You had the Eagles. You had the Bills to lose the Super Bowl, I think.
No, I didn't.
No, I think. Oh no.
No, you had the Eagles because I had the Bills and you had the.
Bills anyway.
But he's gambled responsibly.
It was a responsible gamble. I think they are going to win it. I think, look, they need to get over the hurdle at some point. And it just set a great precedent for the season if they could beat the Ravens. And to be honest with you, I'm just looking forward to the game. I don't even care who wins. It's probably going to be the game of the weekend on paper. I just sort of wish it was a little bit later in the season and it was snowing because that'd just make it. But I'll take it. I'll take it for what it is.
This is the game in the AFC. This is it's the two of the best quarterbacks we've seen in a long, long time. Neither of them have won anything, team wise anyway. They've won MVP, both of them, and it's just which one of them is going to get over the hurdle first.
I mean, this is the bookies' odds favourites in the AFC, isn't it? If we're talking about who you think is going to win, I imagine it'd be these two of the Chiefs as the 3 sort of highest odds, but. Yeah, I've gone Bills as for the same reason as Max went Ravens. I've got the Bills to win literally the entire thing. And to be fair, I don't think the standard will be as good as it was last year. I think
getting deja vu here. I swear someone just said this.
Yeah, but he didn't predict them. That's why. But yeah, I just think the ceiling is so high with this Bills team. I think he's injured for the first few games, but I really like the Hairston pick as well. I think he's really good. I think he's on IR for a couple of games, but when he does come into that team, that'll really boost the secondary. I said, it's my only concern with the Bills, and it's been my only concern the entire time with the Bills has been the receivers. But I do think Shakir had a good year last year. I think they brought Gabe Davis back now for.
I was just going to say that bringing Gabe Davis back is an interesting one. I don't think He's definitely a wide receiver. I can say that about him. I don't know what the thought process behind that is. He's not going to be like a starting receiver, I don't think, because they brought in Trey Palmer. Or was it Josh Palmer? It was one of the Palmers.
I'm not going to guess. But yeah, I really like the Bills. I think the Ravens are really good. As you said, it's going to be a really good game. I'm imagining this being a shootout. But that Ravens secondary is disgustingly good, especially adding Starks into there as well. I mean, it's just borderline silly at this point. But I just believe in Josh Allen, and I think it's finally going to be his year to get over the hump. I think the only way they get over the hump really is just don't play the Chiefs. Just someone knock the Chiefs out before they have to play Buffalo.
I feel like the best thing for the neutral would be if Josh Allen won a ring this year.
If this was the AFC Championship, everyone would be happy. This is what everyone wants.
Yeah, exactly.
I want this to be the AFC Championship game.
I
will.
The Chiefs, though.
Despite my prediction, I will root for the Bills in that game.
So it's going to be. We've said this now. It's going to be Chiefs Bills, and the Chiefs are going to win again.
I've still got the Bills flag, so I'll dig that out again.
Keep it. We need that because it did so well. It did so well last year.
It does say a lot about our own team, so we're much more excited to watch this than we are watching any of our games.
But for me, this game is what Rodgers v Brady was.
Yeah, kind
of. Maybe not at the same
level.
Not on the same level, but in terms of right now,
modern day. Yeah.
I don't know if it's Rodgers v Brady because Brady actually won.
No, but in terms of just like the hype surrounding the game,
I suppose. This is a great game for a neutral to watch, I think, although it is on quite late, so most of the neutrals will be asleep.
And remember,
it's only us sad virgins that stay awake to watch these games.
1:20 in the morning, we will be there.
I'm just annoyed that these games are at the end of this video because everyone's turned off by now.
Finally, the fourth down focus best mates derby. It's the Minnesota Vikings and it has actually been predicted in the way of who went to what training camp last year.
I wonder why.
Bear the fuck down.
I refuse to back against my best mate Aaron Jones, so the Vikings are going to win. I know you both. Kian especially doesn't think the Vikings are going to do very well, so I sort of expect you to go with basically whoever the Vikings are playing against, but I don't really see why, because if they got 14 wins with Sam Darnold, they've got a better quarterback this year, so I don't really understand why.
Is he a better quarterback, though?
I think it's ceiling-wise.
I don't think he's got better arm talent than Sam Darnold. He's a very good... What JJ McCarthy is, he's a very, very good team player. He doesn't try to be a hero. If he has to hand off the ball...
That's perfect for Kevin O'Connell. That's exactly what he
has to hand off the ball 25 times, as he did a lot with Michigan against Ohio State, he will just hand the ball off. If he has to make the short throws, he will make the short throws. He's not much of a hero, which is probably good because I don't think he's got enough talent to be a hero.
Kevin O'Connell just wants a system quarterback. That's all he needs.
The way I see it, Caleb's already had a year of trial and error to see what works, what doesn't work. I think he'll only improve this year. This is JJ McCarthy's first full season. He didn't play once last year.
It can't get much worse for Caleb, really, can it?
And it could definitely get worse. There were points in that season when we were all like, oh, wait a minute. He's picking it up. It was like mid-season. We were like, hang on.
I mean, they have improved the O-line, which is the main thing they needed.
They've really improved well.
So
that O-line is one of the best in the league now.
It's up there. Who was it? Joe Tooney they brought in.
Joe Tooney. I think, did they get Drew Dolman center?
Someone. They've done very well with the offensive line, which is what they needed to do. But again, it's a gamble with a young head coach with his first head coaching job as well. That's going to be intriguing to see how that one ends up playing out.
Oh, yeah, and Ben Johnson. I've got faith in Ben Johnson.
I think it'd be good, but I think it's going to be interesting to see how he does.
I think Ben Johnson is probably a safer shout than Eberflus. That's who the gaffer was. I should probably remember that. How he walked past me a few months ago. But
then he got sacked like 2 weeks later.
I am the curse for Eberflus. I got him sacked. I had a word with
Keane went to bloody Salah and Eberflus, and they were both sacked. So,
oh shit, yeah, Keane was the.
I'm the only one who didn't curse someone because I went to the Vikings. They won 14 games.
I just remembered why Eberflus got sacked. It was that Thanksgiving game at Detroit, wasn't it?
I thought he'd go after London, and then he just got dragged out. I thought he'd been sacked like 4 months earlier than he did.
No,
didn't we like announce it on the podcast, and you were
and he hadn't actually been sacked.
Yeah. It's because he didn't take the time out against Detroit on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I forgot about
That, to be fair, that is a sackable offence.
Oh, 100%.
That is tragic.
I think when you look at the Vikings, like obviously I said the other day, I don't think they're going to have a great season. If they are to have a great season, I don't think they're going to have a good start. I understand what you say about Kevin O'Connell, but there might be some growing pains with JJ McCarthy. Whereas, like Max said, Caleb Williams already had a year in the league. It's interesting to see, and I think the Bears are going to be an exciting team to watch because the Lions were exciting with Ben Johnson. He drew up a lot of them plays. So I do think they're going to be an exciting team to watch, but I just don't know if they've got the same quality to be as exciting. But
I think the Bears have got quality. I think they could have maybe
got quality.
Not to disrespect our good friend DeAndre Swift, but I think they could have maybe got another running back option in there. I thought they were going to draft one, and they didn't. I thought if Genty fell that far, they were definitely going to take him, but they didn't. They've got DJ Moore, they've got Roma Dunze, another friend of the podcast. And they've drafted Luther Burden, they've got Cole Kmet, they've got Colston Loveland now, a good O-line. I don't see many holes in the offense. The defense could improve, but they've got good players there. They've got Roquan Smith, they've got Jaquan Brisker. I think the edge, they could have more off the edge, but it's not terrible.
I don't disagree. I just think the Vikings, as you said, they might start slow. My only argument to that is they were like 7-0 last year. I think they didn't lose till about the 8th or 9th game last year with Sam Darnold, who'd never been good in his entire career.
It's Sam Darnold who's played games in his career.
Sam Darnold had 7 years of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, some will call it experience. I think that's one way.
I think experience counts for a lot, as we will see when the Commanders destroy the Giants on Sunday.
Well, surely it would be the other way round. We've got Russell Wilson.
No, but how many times are we going to say
they're a retirement home?
The Commanders are the oldest team in the NFL officially. They've got so many old players.
And a second-year quarterback.
He's like the young intern.
Who was incredible.
Yeah. But yeah, I suppose that is all of our predictions. That is the last game. So that is our predictions done for the week.
How have we stretched this out for an hour?
I have no idea. Did you have a question? Did you have a question for the end, Max, or was it only at the start? I feel like one of you said you had a question, but I can't remember.
Kian said he had a question for the end, I think.
No, just cut that because we said it would only really work as a big video.
Okay.
It was the name the MVPs one, which that will last another fucking 10 minutes.
I've got a question for the end, but I think we're all going to have a unanimous decision. What's going to be game of the week?
Bills, right?
We've all just said it.
But sometimes the big games don't deliver.
Packers Lions would be my other option.
Packers Lions. I'm going Packers Lions just to
Jags
go against it. Jags Panthers. Jets Steelers.
Giants Commanders.
Browns Bengals. We're just naming.
Yeah, it will be for the clinic the Bengals are going to put on your head.
The Bengals aren't scoring more than 17 points. Mark my words.
Right, that is you are not cutting that out of the video.
I will cut that out. I will clip this out and put it at the start.
Go for it. Please do. Please do.
Who have Alabama got this weekend?
Roll Tide.
Someone they'll lose to, probably. I don't know who it is. It's probably some like 1-star conference anyway.
I think it is.
They've just given them some easy fixture week 2 because they gave them their game wasn't even that difficult of a game on paper, really, was it?
Guys, can we end the podcast now? I really need to blow my nose again.
To answer your question, is ULM.
Okay, I think
Louisiana something Warhawks.
I think Alabama. Give me Alabama.
Who? Their name is so long on SofaSport. The name's so long on SofaSport doesn't actually come up as what it is.
No, but that's what he started on. Give me Alabama.
I know.
Louisiana something Hawks. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We'll call it there before so Max can go blow his nose.
You blow my nose and cough really loudly.
Thank you very much to Kian and Max for joining me as always, and we will be back next week to go back on our awful picks and make some even more tragic ones. So, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you
Browns
next week.
Done.
That's not